Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do motorcycle racing TV. My website is teamchicago.tv. My email is teamdan45email.com, and I'd love to hear from my audience. In the next 30-35 minutes, I'm going to show you as much action as I can fit in on the Amateur National Ice Race put on by High Voltage. Some great racing action, some of the fastest ice races in the country are here for the AMA Championship, and everybody's having a great time. Thousands, hundreds of people, and a great number of racers. So don't forget my website, teamchicago.tv, and my email, and email.com. Everybody was encouraged to pre-enter this event due to the Chinese plague. And once the riders got to the track, it was time to go through tech inspection. So what are you looking for?
Oh, just up the tag on to make sure all the bikes have been inspected. So when they go up on the line, they got this yellow tag on to make sure they're good to go, that they've been inspected.
What class you running?
Vintage, hand shift, if there is a hand shift, or vintage, whatever.
So is this a 201? Is this a 750, 45?
Yes.
A great looking Harley Davidson running in the vintage class. One of the main things the inspectors are looking for is that the shutoff works on the bike. Take a quick look at the motorcycle. They want that shutoff switch to work in case the rider falls off the bike. Now we spot Andrea Waldorf. She's looking as lovely as ever, and she is a genuine go-fast motorcycle racer. Got a great looking Yamaha 250. Ronster Ron and High Voltage are the promoters of this national championship event. They had the championship last year at Winnebago. Now we spotted Ducati. What class you running?
Hooligan.
Hooligan.
Yeah.
Let's check out the riders meeting with Ronster Ron and Dan Veranda.
I don't want to see no squabbling. Keep it honest. We want to make a good show. There is a new rule with AMA now. GoPro cameras or any sort of video device cannot be on your helmets. They have to be on your chest or on the bike. See them on your helmets? I got a baseball bat in the trailer. We'll take them off for you. We're entering the track here. You go up to the starting line. You go to the left-hand side of the track for the starting line. I want you to start on the inner side of the track, race on the outer side of the track. We're going to do 6 and 8 laps. If we start running short on time, we're going to cut the laps for the finals. The guy's got a circle painted on the track. When he steps in that circle, anytime after that, the light will be green. Go on green. Pretty simple. All right, Ron, you got anything else?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you all for coming out. It is the Grand Championship, so race for your national champion plate. Ken, the national track manager, brought 14 #1 national champion plates today for the 14 classes, all right? And I made #2 and #3, so stick around at the end. And we're going to put a podium banner over here, and so we're going to give out #1, #2, and #3 plates for the national championship this year.
In the riders meeting, they said no more helmet cams are going to be allowed at AMA races. I'm a little disappointed in the AMA because I've been wearing helmet cams going back to 1995 in many, many shows, and even prior to that. you would think they would have talked to me, saying I may be the only person covering amateur motorcycle racing in this country. But what can I say? They may be woke at the AMA. But anyhow, let's take a look at this track. Lucky for me, Shane Westfall allowed me to ride one of George Mack's 450 prepared Hondas. George was an excellent motorcycle builder. George was one of my best friends. The late, great George Mack. He will truly be missed. But this is a great track, good size. But like I say, if you're not passing the person in front of you, somebody may be passing you. And it's pretty tough to be competitive on a bike that you just jump on the first time. Now let's check out the action. The 250 amateur heat races. There are 4. Jumping off the line, like Ethan Ramsey got a good start, but right there, A.J. Dick, he's from Gladstone, Michigan. He's on a KTM. He moves to the front. His brother, Sawyer Dick, is right there. He's also from Gladstone, Michigan, but he's on a Honda. These boys from Michigan are getting around this track. Third place, Ethan Ramsey, local hero. So top 2 will go right on to the final. Second heat race, jumping off the line. Looks like Skyler Central from Carroll, Michigan on a KTM. His KTM's working out here. Coming around. Second place is like Ivan Malinovsky. From Franklin, Wisconsin. He's on a Honda. Chesney Broughton from Janesville on a Honda, right up there in third, but up front, again, number 60. It's up front, second place, number 5, that's Ivan Skyler Centel from Michigan on the KTM. Got the hot hand in the second 250 heat race, the AMA Amateur National Ice Race Championship. And picking up the win is Skyler Centel, Cairo, Michigan on the KTM. Next up, third 250 heat race. Jumping off the line, it's like Wyatt Vaughn from Standish, Michigan on a Honda. At number 7, number 2's right there, 84. Number 2's got the lead. Number 2, that is Randy Livingston. Randy Livingston, you talk about a hero. Randy was racing back in the old days. I think he goes back maybe to Mineola. This truck, he's from Neenah, Wisconsin. He's trying to get around on the outside. 1 and 2 is Wyatt Vaughn up front. Randy Livingston running in third place now. This truck running in second place, picking up the win and making the move to the final. It will be Wyatt Vaughn and Luke Ruff. Randy Livingston's going to have to run the Concy race and win that race to make the finals. And now we're looking at the finals. 250 amateur race. Up front is John Stewart. He's from Oconomowoc on a Honda. Second place, Trevor Ward, the number 1 rider in the country. Check that. Trevor Ward is up front, but making a move on the inside is John Stewart from Oconomowoc. Trevor Ward won 3 national titles here last year, but we raced in Winnebago, Wisconsin, which is about 50 miles from Oshkosh. Making a move to the front, number 313, John Stewart, giving Trevor Ward a battle. Fourth heat race, using that inside line. Trevor Lane dropping down, trying to run low. What a battle. Third place is like Cass Claiborne, and he's from Escobara, Michigan, going on to pick up the win in the fourth heat race. It is John Stewart. Second place went to Trevor Ward, the former national champ. And in the final, I didn't get to shoot the final event, picking up the national title in the 250 class. It was at Avery Dick from Gladstone on the KTM, went on to pick up the win in the final. Wyatt Vaughn was second in the final. John Stewart on Oconomowoc was third, and Trevor Ward finished fourth place in the 250 final, the AMA championship right here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We're on Lake Winnebago. And now we're looking at the rubber class. Now these bikes, they can tractionize their tires, they can play with the tires, but no screws up front. Number 9 is Dustin Cook, he's from Wales, Wisconsin. Second place, like Dylan Cook, his brother, number 9X, trying to make the move is Colton Eddy. Sixth place, that's my good friend, Joe Stoppelworth. Trying to pick up the win and claiming the title is Dustin Cook. Colton Eddy took second, and Dylan Cook finished third in the rubber class. And now we're going to talk to Gina Woods with Open Road Radio and her friends.
Hey, it's Gina Woods with Open Road Radio. Oh my God, we are here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Miller Bay.
Miller Bay. We are out at the ice races. My face is frozen, but it's amazing out here, man. We're having a little hot toddies, and it's a great time. I'm here with Scrapper Dan and with our friends, Tyson.
Phil. Tyson Phil. Tyson's warming up though.
But yeah, they're running vintage class. That's what I came for. They got old flathead Harleys out here, and they're just letting them eat. Real good times. I brought the Chrysler SnowRunner here for the vintage patin, and it's a little cold out here for it, but we're getting it done. We got the fire going, and they're raking the lot right now.
And it is just an amazing time. We're having such a great time. So great to see Dan Schmitt out here from Open Road Radio. You guys, we are rocking it out here.
Well,
Get out
I've
here.
been coming to the races here going back to 1994.
Yes. Dan, you're vintage.
And I have won many races out here.
You are a little vintage, Dan, but we love you anyway. And it is a great time out here. You guys got to get out here and have a great time, man.
So tell me about this promoter here.
The boat?
The promoter of the race.
Oh, the promoter, Ron. Ronster. Oh, everybody loves Ron. You know, all the proceeds, high voltage, motorcycle show, ice races, everything. Everybody loves Ron. Ron is really putting everything towards all the proceeds go to pancreatic cancer. All right, that's the biggest thing. You know, it's very important to Ron, and it's very important to all of us.
It really is, man.
It's just great.
This is what keeps motorcycle racing in the groove, man. Because it's out here. There's over 500 people out here. It's amazing.
We're all out here
it's
to
the best
support each
time,
other.
man.
We're all out here to
7
support
degrees,
each other.
and we're loving it.
It's the very best. We're miserable, but we love every second.
Thank you, Gina and gang. And now we're looking at the women's race. And these gals would not allow any goofy trams to race in their race. They either beat them up or they just run them off the racetrack. Jumping off the line. At number 67, that's Caitlin Johnson from Muskegon, Michigan. On a Honda, right there behind her is Andrea Waldorf, number 907. She's from Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Two genuine go fast, lovely ladies on the ice. Third place is like Megan Funk, Hannah Lane running fourth. But Caitlin Johnson, she is flying out there. Andrea Waldorf looking great on that Yamaha. That's Kaylee Johnson. She is flying out there. From Muskegon on the Yamaha. Third place, Megan Funk. Fourth place, Hannah Lane. Fifth place, Julie Hampson. Jennifer Fromm running in sixth. As we see third place, come flashing by, Megan Funk. Great action on the ice. Lake Winnebago, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. He will not be denied. That is Kaylee Johnson leading the race. Second place, Andrea Waldorf. Looking great. She can't quite match the speed of Kaylee Johnson from Michigan, Muskegon, Michigan. As she goes on, picks up the win, grabs the title. Second place, Andrea Waldorf. Third place, Megan Funk. Hannah Lane finished in fourth. Fifth went to Julie Hansen. And sixth place went to Jennifer Fromm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And now we're looking at the side half. Joe Stoppy, boy, he's got a lot of time on his hand. He's had a rubber race. He's got a side hack he put together, and he's running the vintage class. It looks like once Solitaire and number two, father and son maybe, from Marquette, Michigan, having problems with that Honda, jumping out front with the Harley Davidson. I sort of remember these guys going all the way back to 1985 at the Lamb's Farm. This is Kevin Lambert Sr. and Kevin Lambert Jr. They're from Michigan on that Harley Davidson. Joe Stoppelworth is riding with Sean Trover, and they are running second place with that Joe Stoppy built Yamaha side hack. There's no match for the Harley Davidson out of Michigan. Kevin Lambert Sr. and Jr. got the hot hand on the cool ice right here. Lake Winnebago for the AMA Amateur National Championship race. These side hacks are, again, not studded. Tracks and ice, rubber tires, but picking up the win on that Harley Davidson. It is Kevin Lambert Sr. and Jr., Joe Stoppy, and Sean Trevor finished in second place. Now we're going to check out three final events: the senior class, the 450 class, and the vet class. At the senior class, AMA Amateur National Championship race right here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin with the Otter Street Fishing. Up front looks like number 4, Gordon Halsey, but right on the outside is 88, that's Corey Hainbrook. On the back chute, 88 is now leading. Corey Hainbrook right there on the inside. It is Gordon Halsey making a move. I can see John Stewart, 311, coming into turn 3 and 4 one more time. Up front, battle continues. Corey's up front, 88. 4 is down on the inside, making move. John Stewart's down on the bottom. Looks like Ronnie Zastro. He's on that Yamaha. He's from Heartland, Wisconsin. Two Wisconsin riders battling out. 88 saves it going in. 4 is right there. That's Corey and Gordon down on the inside. Looks like Ronnie Zastro on the Yamaha trying to find a way on the low end. Moving on the outside is 88 again. Number 4 is up in front. Ronnie Zastro down on the inside, going on to pick up the win. It was Gordon Halsey. Ronnie Zastro second, Corey Painbrook third. Fourth place went to John Stewart. And my good friend, Randy Livingston from Rockford, Illinois, probably the oldest person out there in the race, finished in 10th place. And now we're going at the 450 amateur. Jumping out front, Number 77 running second place. First place looks like Trevor Ward on the outside, number 1N. Second lap coming by. 77's up front. Trevor Ward is second. 77's Kyle Johnson from Muskegon, Michigan, battling with the other Michigan riders. 77 still up front, making a move that looks like 29. That is Brady Bargeron running in third place. Next time by, coming through 3 and 4. Let's see who's leading. We're right here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin for the AMA Amateur National Championship. 450 class for the championship. 77 is pulling away. That is the rider from Muskegon. That is Kyle Johnson. In fact, his sister's running back there in 6th place. That's Kaylee Johnson. This is it, last lap, high voltage, AMA National, 450 amateur class. Up front, Kyle Johnson, number 77. Brady Barterone second, Trevor Ward third, Ethan Rosine fourth, Tyler Livingston fifth, Kaylee Johnson running sixth, Wyatt Vaughn seventh, Ian Malinowski eighth. Ninth place went to Nick Johnson from Mount Calvary. Brady Lane finished in 10th place, 450 Amateur Championship. Getting the number 1 plate, it is Kyle Johnson. And now we're looking at the veterans class, riders over 30 years old. The senior class is for riders over 40 years old. So these are the riders over 30. Any size motorcycle, AMA Championship up front. We got number 13, that's Josh Duke. Right there is number 99, Kyle Meyer. Also there is Neil Petty, 393. As we swing the camera over to turn 3 and 4 one more time. Up front, number 13's got the hot hand. That's Josh Duke, second place, 99, Kyle Meyer. Gordon Halson's right there, number 4. Time by up front, that's 99. That is Kyle Myers. Josh Shook second, Neil Petty third, Gordon Halsey fourth. Fifth place is like Dan Derwick. This time by still leading, 99. 13 still second. That's Shook, Petty, Halsey, Derwick. Sixth place is like Ronnie Zystrom. We follow him around. Last lap, he's got the hot hand up front. It is 99, then 13. Kyle Myers goes on to pick up the win. Josh Duke finished second. Neil Petty third. Gordon Halsey fourth. Fifth place under Dan Dalwick. Johnny Zastro is in 6th place. Brandon Parker 7th. Jeff Wick 8th. Adam Heck 9th. And Chad Henselman finished in 10th place. Picking up the number 1 plate in the veterans class is Kyle Meyer. Jumping out front on that big twin Yamaha, it looks like Steve Heitzelman. He's from Saginaw, Michigan. He's on that twin Yamaha. He's sponsored by Bear Racing. Second place is Joe Stoppelworth. Joe is the national champ from last year. He's sponsored by Joe's Custom Cables and Pro Motorcycles. He's a local hero from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Coming out of turn 3 and 4, it is Steve Henselman on the Yamaha. Joe Stoppelworth running second. Got a couple of tank shift motorcycles, really vintage bikes out there, running them Harley Davidsons. As we see, Steve Henselman still up front. Joe Stoppy is trying to catch up. Third place is Dan Vachon. He's from Wakawosa, right outside of Milwaukee, and he's on that twin Triumph 750 Trackmaster frame. As Hetzelman goes on to pick up the win in the first heat race. Earlier, I had a chance to talk to my good friend, Joe Stoppelworth.
Joe Stoppelworth. We're here today at the Grand National Ice Races, Ronster Ron, and the High Voltage National Ice Races here today at the Otter Street Fishery in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Millers Bay. Huge turnout of racers here today. Unbelievable. Fast. Women's class, one of the bigger ones today, the vintage.
All right, so how many bikes are you riding, Joe?
We got the cold cutter shootout. I'm riding 3 bikes today. I'm running the vintage class. I am the national champion from last year, and I'm gonna have my work cut out. The Michigan guys came in full force, so we're gonna have a good time. And we got the sidecar rubber class and solo rubber bike class I'm gonna be in. So we're here to have a good time.
Second, vintage, heat race. Oh, jumping off the line, 2 tank ship Harley Davidson. That's Thelma Talamowitz and Jennifer Bass. They got a foot clutch on those bikes, so it's a little tough jumping out front. It looks like Shane Westfall. Shane is from Teresa, Wisconsin. He's on that Joe Stoppy 750 or maybe 650 Yamaha, sponsored by Traction and Action, Rosine Tires. Second place, Zach Zender from Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. His dad owns Maury's Place. Maybe one of the greatest motorcycle shops in the country. If you want to buy a nice vintage British bike, they've got them in their showroom. Zender is on a Triumph 500 Twin. As we see, Shane Westfall passing Thelma Tomalowitz on that tank ship Harley. The 2 gals are battling. You got Jennifer Bass and Thelma with them tank ship Harleys. But picking up the win, it is Westfall. And earlier, I had a chance to talk to him.
Good afternoon, everybody. Shane Westfall from Teresa, Wisconsin. Racing up here today at the AMA Ice Grand National Championships in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Millers Bay. Today I'm racing a 2009 Honda CRF 450. This bike was a old George Mack flat track bike. This bike was ridden by Jeffrey Carver, Davis Fisher, Jesse Janish, a couple well-known pros. Picked this bike up last January from George Mack. My second bike today, I have a Yamaha 650 Twin. That one is owned by Joe Stoppelworth. He won on it last year at the AMA Grand National Championships, so hopefully I can repeat that. That bike is sponsored by Joe's Custom Cables, Pro Motorsports. That's a blaster ride. It's about twice as heavy as a 450, but it handles just as well.
Thank you, Shane, and thank you for letting me ride that George Mack 450 Honda. My late great friend, George Mack. And now we're looking at the vintage final event. Jumping out front, looks like Joe Stoppelworth. On the outside, coming around the outside is that Steve Heinzelman from Saginaw, Michigan. Joe Stoppelworth from Fond du Lac. Got 2 Yamahas, 58 taking an outside line. Shane Westfall is running second place. Joe Stoppy is running in third place. Fourth place is like Jake Zender. Thomas Lunch is running fifth. Dan Lachon running sixth. Down the back chute. Up front, it's still that Michigan rider. It is Steve Heinzelman making a move now. Down low, it looks like Joe Stoppy and Shane Westfall using that lower line to get by that Michigan rider, Joe Stoppy, down the back chute, using a little more power. He's getting by his good friend, Shane Westfall. Joe Stoppy, using the middle of the track, is moved on to the front. Joe Stoppy, last year's national champ, is now leading the vintage class. Joe Stoppelworth, Joe's Custom Cable. 650 Yamaha Twin, Joe Stoppelworth up front. Second place, Steve Heinzelman, Shane Westfall. Zach Zunder, Thomas Luntz, Dan Goshan, Selma Kolomatwitz, and Jennifer Bass. That is the top 8. Joe Stoppe will not be denied. He is going to recapture his title. He will be the AMA Grand National Champion ice race. Shane Westfall is trying to get him. Joe is Steve Henselman, but Joe Stoppe went on to pick up the win. And now we're going to go back in the past, seeing that I cannot use my helmet cam. I want to show you a great race from 2005. Joe Stoppelworth and I battled it out. I'm in the senior class, and the senior class was combined with the twins class. We're going back to Oshkosh Winterfest 2005. We are not competing with each other, but I want to win this race.
My rear wheel just slid, spun up on the start. Let me see if I can get around Bratton here. Drive on the inside. Twins. There's Greg. Gansell, I get by him. Up front, 24. It's Gary Beck. Joe Stoppelworth takes that outside line, cuts across, goes on to the outside again. These guys both have more horsepower, more top end. Joe Stoppelworth keeps going wide, cuts down on the inside, gets by Gary Beck. Two twins, get a little spray from Stoppelworth. 50 degrees, the track's holding up pretty good. I just get by Gary Beck right there. Joe Stoppelworth, again, cuts back, slides out. I think I've got enough snuff. Get on the gas. Downshift. Keep it down the inside. Look for some clean ice. Get on the gas. I'm at the 4 and 6 performance. Yamaha dealers, participate in Yamaha dealers, Turbo Racing Fuel and Oil, Dunlop Tires, AirTech, Yamaha 250 WR. White flag, 1 lap to go. I hear Joe Stoppelworth right behind me. Let's stay on the gas. Pick up the win. 1 year you're a 0, next year you're a hero.
First, let's check out the action. Open, amateur, jumping out front, 77. It's Kyle Johnson from Muskegon. He's riding a Honda right there on his back wheel. That's Ethan Rosine, local hero from Eden, Wisconsin, also on a Honda. We are in Miller Bay, Lake Winnebago. First heat race. Open, amateur, AMA. Going on to pick up the win. It was Kyle Johnson from Muskegon. Second heat race. Looks like Trevor Ward's up front. He won 3 titles last year. He's running at 1N on his number plate. Battle for second place between Tim Delaruli and Avery Dick. Down the back chute into the turn 3 and 4, still up front. It is that national champ, Trevor Ward. He's from Shreveport, Michigan. Second place went to Tim Delaruli. Next race, open amateur. Heat number 3. Up front, number 18, it's Kyler Livingston. Second place gets Kylie Johnson, number 67. Only the top two will make it to the final, and both move on, Livingston and Johnson, to the open final. Fourth heat race, open. Amateur class. Jumping up front, that's Brady. Barberon. Right there, second place, Wyatt Vaughn. Two Michigan riders, both on Hondas. This is high voltage AMA National Championship ice racing. Going on to pick up the win was Brady Barberon. Second place went to Wyatt Vaughn. I did not shoot the open amateur final event, picking up the win, and the national champ became Brady Barberon. Second place went to Kyle Johnson. Third place, Ethan Rosine. Fourth place went to Tim Delarulli. Fifth place went to Tyler Livingston. Sixth place was Haley Johnson. Seventh place, Jacob Jesko. And eighth place went to Hyatt Vaughn. As we spot John Kelly, now he's with the Motor K West Network, videotaping this national championship. Thousands of fans came out right here at Oshkosh to witness one of the biggest ice races in the nation. High Voltage promoted two feature events, the Cold Cutter Shootout and the Hooligans race. Let's look at the four heat races to qualify for the Cold Cutter Shootout. First heat race up front is 79. It's Jason Bloss. Right there is 99. 99 is Kyle Myers. Trevor Ward, number 1, is on the outside. The outside line doesn't seem to be working for him right now. Down the back chute they go. Coming into turn 3 and 4. Only the top two go straight to the final. 4 heat races for the Cold Cutters. Up. Kyle Myers has just grabbed the lead. Right there is Trevor Ward battling with Jason Bloss. Down the back chute they go. The top two go straight to the final. The rest of them will have to run a semi. Grabbing a win in the first heat race, it is Kyle Meyer. He is from Escanaba, Michigan. Second, Cold Cutters Shootout heat race number 2. Down the back chute they go. Like number 40's up front. That's Nicholas Meyer from Midland, Michigan. 393, Neil Petty's running in second place. Third place is Kaylee Johnson. She's from Muskegon. Got to get on the gas if she wants to make it directly to the final. Up front, down the back chute, it is still Nicholas Meyer, number 40, 383. Neil Petty running in second place. Third place, Kaylee Johnson. Fourth place, it's like Cody Funk. First two make it to the final. And then to pick up the win in the second heat race, it is Nicholas Meyer. Katie Johnson is going to have to run in the semi. Third, Cold Cutter Shootout heat race. Jumping out front, that is Kyle Johnson from Muskegon. He's on a Honda. He's leading down the back chute. Battle for second looks like Christian Johnson, Wyatt Vaughn, and Brady Lane. Down the back chute one more time on that Honda. That is Kyle Johnson from Muskegon. Battle for second place shaping up. Coming to 3 and 4. High Voltage Racing, AMA National Championship. The number 7 has grabbed second place. That's Wyatt Vaughn. He's from Standish, Michigan. He is on a Honda also. 2 Michigan riders up front, Christian Johnson and Brady Lane battling for third. going on to pick up the win in the third heat race. It is Kyle Johnson from Muskegon. Fourth and final heat race. Up front, looks like Brady Bargeron, number 29. Second place is Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson, number 48. He is from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, sponsored by Johnson Auto Body in Fond du Lac. Local hero, battling up front. Got two Hondas, it looks like. We got Brady Bargeron up front, 29. Second place is Trey Johnson, number 48. Josh Duke is running in third place. But this is a runaway, 1 and 2. Both riders will go to the final. Final event, Cold Cutter Shootout. We are here, High Voltage Racing. Ronster Ron, the promoter, the AMA Amateur National Championship. Otter Street Fishing Club fundraiser right here Saturday, February 6, 2021, jumping off the line. That is number 40, that's Nicholas Myers. He's from Midland, Michigan. He's on a Honda. He's got the great hose shot right behind him, battling. Looks like Ethan Rosine, Neil Petty, Brady Barderone, and Kyle Meyer. Everybody's trying to win the big bucks from the Cold Cutter Shootout. Every bike has got Cold Cutter screws up front. So number 40, second place, moving up. Brady Bargerone, right there, 99. Kyle Meyer, Kyle Johnson, 77th, right there. They're getting ready to strike. Down the back chute they go. Number 40, 29 continue to battle. 29 grabs the inside. Kyle Meyer and Kyle Johnson are right there, looking to strike. On the back chute one more time. Up front, it is that Brady Bargerone. Kyle Meyer and Kyle Johnson are right there. The two Michigan riders are ready to strike. Down the front straightaway, still up front, it is Brady Bargerone. He's from Bentley, Michigan. He's on a Honda. Down the back chute, he continues the lead. Moving down on the inside, looks like Trey Johnson from Fond du Lac. Heading towards the checkered flag, it is Trey Johnson picking up second place. Picking up the win, it was Brady Bargerone. Second place went to Trey Johnson. Third place went to Kyle Meyer. Fourth place went to Kyle Johnson. Fifth place was Nicholas Myers. Sixth went to Trevor Ward. Seventh place went to Ethan Rosine. And eighth place went to Kaylee Johnson. Wyatt Vaughn was ninth, and 10th place went to Christian Johnson. Ronster Ron and High Voltage are now hosting the Hooligans Grand National Championship. 2 heats will determine the final lineup. Jumping out front, it's Matt Schmitt. Matt Schmitt from Holmes, Wisconsin. He's on a Harley Davidson Sportster. Second place, it's like Dan Launders, Louis Launders is right there. So we got a battle between 25 and 97 for second and third place. Matt Schmitt looks like he's gone. He's flying out there. Good battle shaping up for second and third as we see Jason Schaefer trying to run them down. Number 11, Jason Schaefer, sponsored by Schaefer Farms. The Waters are sponsored by Revolutionary Performance and Super Trap. Now you may ask, what is a Hooligans motorcycle to compete on the ice? Bikes have to be production-based motorcycles with their frames. They can change wheels. This is a studded class, and this is racing for the AMA National Championship Hooligans Ice Race. But in this first heat race, it is Matt Schmitt going on to pick up the win. Second heat race, up front, looks like 35, that's David Kilkenny. He's from Waukesha, he's on that Bond Zipper S&S cycle. Sportster. Second place is Dan Darwick. As we spot the promoter, that's Ronster Ron, High Voltage. Looks like he's on his Harley Davidson Fat Boy, studded up, ready to race. But up front, Kilkenny, he is up front, he's leading. Second place is 19, that is Dan Darwick. Third place, number 25S, that's Megan Funk from Owens. She's also on a Harley Sportster. Picking up the win, that's Dave Kilkenny. Final event. One of the two feature events right here at the Amateur National. Jumping out front, we got Matt Schmitt and Dave Kilkenny. 19 is Dan Darwick. Heading in the outside, that looks like Kilkenny up front, Dave Kilkenny. 19 is Dan Darwick. Matt Schmitt, 721. What a good battle up front. Three-way bikes, all Harley-Davidson Sportsters, I believe. Making the move on the outside. It looks like bike 35, that is Dave Kilkenny. On the inside, I believe that's 721, Matt Schmitt. Third place, Dan Darwick. Jason Schaefer running fourth. Louis Waters and Dan Waters are fifth and sixth. Megan Funk is seventh. Patrick Ziegler on the Ducati is eighth. What a race. This is for the national championship. Up front, it is Kilkenny, Dave Kilkenny on the Sportster. Matt Schmitt, 721, running in second place. Dan Darwick running third. As we spot Ronster Ron, the promoter, High Voltage, on his street bike, studded up, having a great time, racing right here, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. As we see Kilkenny still leading right there, Matt Schmitt, Dan Darwick, and Ronster Ron going on to pick up the flag, picking up the championship, national title. It is Dave Kilkenny on the Harley-Davidson Sportster. For more information on High Voltage motorcycle events, their website is highvoltage414.com. Open Road Radio is openroadradio.com. WCGO Saturdays at 11 o'clock a.m. 1590 and 95.9. Live streaming everywhere. To contact me, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. I love to hear from my audience. Remember to search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action. And I strongly encourage you to go visit Jim Kirstein's World of Motorcycle Museum. It's in Winnebago, Indiana, but it's just off Indiana 39, 4 miles south of North Judson, Indiana. Call them first at 574-896-3172 for more info. Godspeed, my great friend, George Mack.